Good morning, this is Hiker Dude Dad, and we are at chilly cold Benjamin Rush State Park here in Northeast Philadelphia. This is the only state park within the city limits of Philadelphia. We are near Bensalem and Trevose, Pennsylvania in Philadelphia County. Very curious to see how this got state park status here. It is literally surrounded. Power lines, businesses, there's a veterans hospital nearby, and we are just, you'll hear some car noise. We're right off like a main road here, so can't wait to see what Benjamin Rush has to offer here. Let's go. So Benjamin Rush is home to one of the largest community gardens in the world here. They are accepting applications for next year now. So here are some of the plots that you can rent. Basically, you apply to get a plot of land here. You come out, you plant your vegetables, fruits, whatever, you farm them, take care of them all summer, and you know, keep what you grow. Excellent program for, you know, we're in the city limits of Philadelphia, so a lot of houses don't have the land to grow a garden, so you can rent it, come out here to the edge of the city and farm. But yeah, one of the largest community gardens in the world. It's basically the whole center of the park, big rectangular shape there with all these plots. So the fact that they have these garden plots here is awesome, because the original use of the land was for farming. The original inhabitants were the Lenni Lenape Native Americans, so they hunted, they fished, they grew crops here along the Aquessing Creek. That's along the northern edge of the park here. We're in Byberry Township. It was established here in 1694, soon after the arrival of William Penn, and this township became part of the city of Philadelphia in 1850. So out this way on the eastern side of the park is a small airfield. It's home to the Northeast Radio Controlled Airplane Club. So they have a small airfield there for model aircraft, remote control stuff. Benjamin Rush is one of only 6 PA state parks that does allow drone flying. All right, finally going to the woods here a little bit, though. Yeah, the road sound is ever present, and we will be getting closer to it. But in 1906, the city of Philadelphia built a psychiatric hospital nearby for patients who could benefit from fresh air and open spaces. Certainly have that here as we look back towards the farming plot. So the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania administered the Philadelphia State Hospital, which just went by the nickname Byberry, just like the township here, from 1936 to 1990. And then the hospital closed. And this park was created in 1975 on land no longer needed by the hospital. But back in the day there, early 1900s, you could just come out here, much like me today, to clear your head and freeze. It is 25 degrees, feels like 19 degrees. It's December 13th, bring it on. This is about the closest approach to the Aquessing Creek. I am guessing that it's right down there by that tree. So I think I have a little bit of a unofficial path here. Or maybe not. Or maybe. So the first place here, I thought it was right here. This is just kind of a drop. It's carefully, and the ground is kind of frosty with slippery leaves. There we go. All right. There's the Pequessing Creek. Nice, there's a little path down here to the water. There we go. All right. So this is where the Lenni Lenape gathered and farmed and everything here along this creek. All right, so I'm a hiker. This park is not a hiker's paradise. It's basically a little oasis for city dwellers to come out here, enjoy some nature, get some fresh air, plant some crops. I'm going to try and get out of here, go back to the path here, at which point I can teach you about the namesake of the park here, Dr. Benjamin Rush. Right, so the park is named for Dr. Benjamin Rush. He was born here in Byberry Township. He was regarded as the father of American psychiatry. He published the first textbook on it in the US. He was associated with the psychiatric hospital here. He advocated for improved conditions for mental patients here. Some of the treatments back then were a little bit rough. You've probably heard of the, thought there was a link between uteruses and hysteria, hysterectomies, all that kind of stuff. Cocaine was used to treat people and stuff there. Thank you, Freud. And yeah, so he advocated for improved conditions for mental patients, not just lock them up and throw away the key, but come out here into the countryside, get some fresh air, relax, de-stress, just, yeah, Philadelphia today can drive you crazy. I mean, can't imagine in the 1800s and 1900s. So Dr. Rush also pioneered addiction therapies, including the treatment of alcoholism as a disease, to officially classify it and treat it. Dr. Rush was the treasurer of the U.S. Mint when he passed away in the early 1800s. But back in 1776, Founding Fathers time, Benjamin Rush was a founding father. He signed the Declaration of Independence and attended the Continental Congress in Philadelphia. A lot of irons in the fire here for Dr. Rush, and this is a state park. Getting close to the parking lot again here, but activities that you could do here at Benjamin Rush: hiking, fishing, picnicking, and farming. Put farming on the list. That's what you can do here. So right here on the western edge of the park, you can see buildings, you can see traffic. It's busy Route 1 here. It's easy from the turnpike. You're off on Route 1 and you're right here. But I'd imagine back in the early 1900s, this was a little more peaceful, but now road noise and such, it's good for what it is. However, I did see deer on the way in. There were 3 here on the main road to Benjamin Rush. I did not bank on seeing deer in the city of Philadelphia. All right, so here's Dr. Benjamin Rush, a revolutionary in many ways. As I told you, he was born here, made a name for himself as a doctor and chemistry professor. So then he became a member of the famous Sons of Liberty, started writing in support of the American Revolution. Freedom can exist only in the society of knowledge. Without learning, men are incapable of knowing their rights, and where learning is confined to a few people, liberty can be neither equal nor universal, is what Benjamin Rush wrote in 1786 after he signed the Declaration of Independence. When Lewis and Clark were preparing for their famous expedition, President Thomas Jefferson sent them to Dr. Rush in Philadelphia. He provided information and a medical kit for the expedition. He was Surgeon General for George Washington's Continental Army. We're going to learn a lot more about George Washington on this trip here northeast of Philadelphia and in my future videos. Hey, make sure you don't miss that. Hit like, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of these videos coming up. And when I say subscribe, it's free. Come on in, man. It's free. It's on me. It is on me. Please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss this stuff. So Dr. Rush was also a spokesman for the abolition of slavery, attaboy, and for universal education. He started up medical clinics to treat the poor and developed the idea of gardening as a form of therapy. So here we are at these garden plots here at his state park. I'll tell you, all the activities that you can do here really tie it in here to what Dr. Rush believed in. So this is pretty awesome. Seemed like a good dude. Hey, that'll do it here from Benjamin Rush State Park. We're going to go just a short distance away here to Neshaminy State Park. We're going to hit Tyler State Park later today and Washington Crossing State Park. So we are northeast of Philadelphia here, Philadelphia County, Bucks County. But good little park here. If you live in the city, come on out, try Benjamin Rush State Park. If you hike around here and you want to log that journey and remember it always, check the link in the description below. I'm a published author. My book is for sale. Down there is a hiking journal and trail log. Check it out, support the channel. Thank you for coming along, and we will see you at the next stop. Let's go.